Yeah, what's up, dudes? It's Nigel here, and today I am bringing you a quick video about the Monster Hunter beta, Monster Hunter Wilds beta, and just my initial thoughts on it, how I feel about it, and just the gameplay. So let's just get right into it. I think personally that the beta was really fun. I didn't really have any huge errors that I've noticed when I was playing the beta, and I was playing it on PlayStation 5, so I played it really early. So I got an extended period of time to play it for a while, and it was a fun experience, genuinely fun. I like how the weapons play. Specifically, I was mainly using the sword and shield because it's my way weapon, and I'm not gonna lie to you, it's even better in this game. I think it's incredible in Rise, and World I think it's okay. I didn't really like Worlds. This one surpasses Worlds by a margin, and when it comes to Rise, I'm not really sure because then again, I haven't had a full experience with it, hunting multiple monsters in the game, so I can't really say for sure, but I like it a lot, essentially what I'm saying. I like the Wilds version a lot of Sword Shield. I also did Great Sword, which felt really fun to use as well. Switch Axe, Charge Blade a little bit, Lance, really fun. Bow is overpowered, get that out of the way, but I didn't really use anything else. But I still have time to play the beta, obviously, because it's still one more day essentially, but those are the weapons I mainly used, and I like a lot of the new mechanics, like the focus strikes, which every weapon can do, is pretty amazing. I feel as if it's way better than the wounding, you mount them and wound them on World. That was, I was about to say garbage, but it was bad. I didn't like it. I just generally didn't like it in World. This, it feels fun, generally fun. Now, I do like how there's also new features for certain weapons, for instance the clashes. They mainly consist of weapons that have a shield, so Lance, Sword and Shield, Heavy Bowgun, I believe, Gun Lance, and Great Sword, and Charge Blade. So only those weapons can do classes, which when you when you block a monster, I think too many times or something like that, there's a meter that's invisible that you can't see, but eventually he'll try to eat you, and you can block where your shield, you mash the button, you smack him off you. It's pretty sick. And then there's the offset attacks, which I believe only a few weapons can do that one, which is the Hunting Horn, Hammer, Heavy Bowgun, Switch Axe, and Great Sword. I've experienced them. I haven't actually experienced them too much, if I remember correctly, but I remember my friend doing it a lot because he was using the Hunting Horn, and it looked really cool to me. So I like these new features. They're generally fun. Again, I haven't seen every move that every weapon can do, but I do know the bow and longsword got the most love. Honestly, that's what I'm noticing. They got the most love. So weapons, all of them are generally cool. Lance even way cooler. I like the thrust. It feels really good in this game. So very much cool. And I don't really like Lance that much until World. So that's saying something. Their Lance has improved heavily, and I think this is probably the better iteration. Honestly, I like it so much. So yeah, that's how I feel about the weapons. Now, speaking of the map, the Windward Plains, I think it's a very, very sick map. Now, I already thought of that originally before when we first saw it. I'm oh, this is a cool map. It kind of reminds me of Africa personally. That's why I personally thought it's pretty cool. I like how it changes dramatically when I think it's the Phalo happens, I believe correctly, with the thunderstorm, when the apex shows up, which is Radar. And I like how it just becomes a desolate desert at a certain point, then it brushes with life like it's spring. I like the system, the cycle of it. It's really, really cool. Overall, map's really fun. It's huge. There's even an underwater cave system, which you can go underwater. You can't fully swim. We're not talking about Monster Hunter, but you can just go underwater, which I think is cool. And just a lot of neat stuff around the area. There's these little bug dudes that show up at night, I believe. They have headlights, and if they sting you, they do poison. Now, that's another thing. I'm not sure if poison actually takes down your health. It actually knocks down your health bar, but if it does, that's kind of crazy because I thought it did. I think it might actually. I'm not quite sure, but if it did, poison got buffed. Speaking of buffs, freaking Well Done Steak, how it gives you your full health cap for your healing and your stamina, that's kind of insane. So you're going to want to actually eat Well Done Steak, which is kind of cool in this game. But back to the map. Generally like it. It looks really pretty. I like the monsters there, like Chatacabra. I think that's how to say his name. Or Chatacubra? No, I think it's Cabra. He's pretty cool. I think he's generally a great beginner monster for people to fight, and it's just oh wait, there's different monsters instead of just Wyvern. So I very much hit him a lot because just for a basic thing, he's cool. He's a basic monster, he's just a frog, but there's a lot about him that's interesting in a way, you know what I'm saying? How, depending on what area you are, he'll swipe up the rocks, the hard rocks for his fist, or I think it's different for a certain area, he swipes up something else for his hand, for his fist, so I like that a lot. The concept's cool. And another monster, Dasha Guma, I think that's to say his name. He's also cool too. I like how he has a pack. I don't think the Chatacabras have a pack, but he does because he's a dog, lion, bear thing, and I appreciate that actually a lot. I think he was actually more surprising, a very strong monster to fight. I didn't think he would be, but he actually has some surprises here and there. So cool monster too as well. And then we have Balahara, I believe this is his name of that monster, which is Leviathan. I think he's a very sick monster because of just like the drill tail that he has and how he can make the sand around you like quicksand and try to sink you in. So that's really cool and unique about him. So it kind of keeps you on your toes to like have screamer pods on you when you fight him, because when you do, it shuts that down and the sand kind of resurfaces itself. So really neat and really cool. Ooh, another thing, actually, before we get to another monster, I do like how, when, like, this thunderstorm happens, the Phalo, I think this is its name, I can't be 100% sure, but, like, when stuff's changing around the environment for when the Apex Ray Dow shows up, they're, the thunderbugs around the map, they actually become great thunderbugs, and when that happens, you can use them as shock traps, so I think that's a really cool, neat mechanic, too, like, how the environment actually changes the epidemic life, which is really unique and awesome. But speaking of the thunderstorm, Ray Dow, he's a pretty sick monster. Like, he's caught me, actually, out of all the monsters. He's the one that caught me sometimes. I only died to him like 2 times, or fainted, I mean. And one of them was because I was being a little silly. Like, I don't think he's really hard to fight necessarily, but I tried to tank his thunder shot hit with like a tackle with a greatsword. I was like, yeah, I ate it for that one. I shouldn't have done that, but I was just goofing around a little bit. And then another time, I misrolled like one time and he got me, but that was like a different hunt entirely. But I think he's a generally cool monster. The sound designs for him is good. I like his coloration. I don't know, like that's pretty much it. Like, he's generally a fun monster. He has like a unique dive attack. Kind of reminds me a bit of the dive attack I'm talking about. It kind of reminds me of Astalos, but slightly different. So definitely a very unique, cool flying wyvern monster. Sound design, I cannot stress that enough that it sounds amazing on this dude. So that's my gist of all the monsters you can fight that are like large monsters. They're all cool. Like, generally in this area, they're all cool. I'm pretty sure there's gonna be more that they haven't shown, because I did find when I was just messing around on the map. And speaking of the map, I do like it how it's like 3D. Like, you can see the curves and how small, or if it goes up or down. I like that a lot about the map. That's really cool and unique. But back to what I was saying though, I did find like a bone pile, a whole bunch of monsters and stuff like that. And it was like the smaller ones. I'm not sure what they're called. I think it's like something with a D or something. Like, I'm not sure if it's the herbivore or like the crocodile things, but one of their bone piles next to, I think they're called the Gajos or something like that. And they're like the raptors of the game, essentially. Now, it was a big Gajo thing, so I'm like, I wonder if there's like a great version, like a great Gajo, like how there's like the raptor things, there's like a Volodrome. I wonder if it's one of those, so I'm genuinely curious. I think there might be like actually a giant raptor in the game. They just haven't shown it yet, because that pile, like the corpse of it, was super huge. And those things are like big, but they're not that big, so I'm assuming there's going to be like a big raptor monster in the game, a great Gajo, or whatever they're going to call this thing. And I'm looking forward to that. Now, I could be wrong. Maybe it's just like, you know, a pile of it or something, but it looked like it was just a big version of it, so I don't know. But either way, that I just thought I'd mention that because I think there's a potential for more, because I think there's going to be more monsters that just haven't shown in the area. Not like returning, but just like new. So I'm just saying, there's stuff we haven't seen. I'm pretty sure they're just hiding it, because they haven't really shown us, like, besides the thing about now, not that many returning monsters, or just monsters technically in general. It's kind of just been kind of chill, honestly, if you think about it. So I definitely do think there's going to be some surprises here and there. I'm hoping for like a crocodile monster or something like that, or a snake one. I forget what the snake one's called, but you know, crocodile want to be really like a new thing entirely, so I'm hoping for that too. But either way, overall, I do like the beta a lot, like the gameplay, just the map in general. I didn't really go against any like bugs or anything like that. My game didn't crash or anything of the sort. Now, I know PC's been going through the ringer, which is expected, so that's fortunate for them. Me personally, I'm not getting good on PC. I'm just gonna get a PlayStation, so yeah. But overall, my experience is really fun. I'm looking forward to the game. Playing the game made me want to play it more, and actually made me want to stop playing. I'm just like, man, I'm hunting the same monsters. I want to get bored of them. Technically, I don't want to get bored of them, so I haven't really been playing it actually through like even Halloween and I think the 30th. I just kind of stopped recently, just like, I've been playing it too much, I need to chill out for a second. So, yeah, I do really like the game so much. I made the beta, really fun. Can't wait to see what monsters and stuff like that. The armor sets really look nice, and I like how there's a different skill system with them, per se. I think the skills are going to be, I forget how it works, but it's going to be a bit different. I can't remember exactly, but I know it's different with the armor set too, like how the skill works. So, that's cool. Like, I like how they're having multiple ideas how they're going to do things. The only thing I didn't like is the new UI for the stats, for instance. It's really hard to see. It's on the top left of your screen. It's really tiny, and I want to make that bigger because it's really hard. Like, sometimes it affects the health bar, which is easier to see, but other times it doesn't, and it's like you have to look at the very top left, and it's really short. And even if you make the HUD bigger for your health bar, because I think that's the only way to increase it, it's still small. So I would like that to be a bit bigger. Like there's some stuff that's like kind of too small or just too big that I would like to change even in the menu, and I just I wasn't able to access that. So I think that's like the minimal problems I had. There's probably like a few more, but it's just like minuscule stuff so far, but nothing too major essentially. But yeah, that is pretty much my review or I guess my thoughts on the beta. I don't want to make this video too long because there's technically a lot to talk about that I find very interesting and fascinating, but I don't want to make the video too long because I said it was going to be shorter, but it's kind of getting to the 10-minute margin, so I'm going to stop it here. Sorry if I did mess up my words. I'm just talking kind of fast because I wanted to make it fast video, and you know, I'm excited for the game, dude. I don't know what to tell you, man. I'm just super excited. But either way, I hope you guys have a great day, night, noon, or whatever time period you guys are at, man, and I'll see you guys in the next video or stream.